Dodgers fans, this is the news you've been waiting for. A blockbuster trade is shaking up the MLB, and the Dodgers might have just landed their dream third baseman. Reports are coming in fast, and insiders are saying this move could be the final piece to solidify the Dodgers as World Series favorites. But here's the catch: this deal could mean a major lineup shift, and not everyone is happy about it. Who's coming to LA? Who's on the way out? And what does this mean for the Dodgers' championship run? Stay tuned because this is a game changer. Dodgers fans, brace yourselves because a massive trade rumor is shaking up the baseball world, and it involves the Dodgers making a potential blockbuster move for a dream third baseman. Reports are flying around that the front office is aggressively pursuing a deal that could completely reshape the infield and solidify the team's championship hopes. If this trade happens, it would not only boost the Dodgers lineup but also bring a serious defensive upgrade at third base. But who is this mystery star? What are the details of the deal? And how does this impact the Dodgers' future? Let's break it all down. The Dodgers have never been shy about making big moves, and after an offseason where they spent over $1 billion to bring in elite talent, it looks like they're not done yet. The latest buzz suggests that the Dodgers are targeting a top-tier third baseman to fill what has been a question mark in their infield. With Max Muncy's defensive struggles, the team is reportedly looking for a more natural third baseman who can provide both elite defense and a consistent bat in the lineup. One of the biggest names being linked to the Dodgers right now is Josh Ramírez from the Cleveland Guardians. Ramírez has been one of the most consistent and underrated stars in baseball for years. He's a switch hitter with power, speed, and Gold Glove caliber defense. Adding him to a lineup that already features Shohei Ohtani, Mookie Betts, and Freddie Freeman would be absolutely terrifying for opposing pitchers. But the question is, what would it take for the Dodgers to land him? Sources suggest that the Guardians, who are in somewhat of a transition phase, might be willing to listen to offers if the Dodgers are ready to put together a package featuring some of their top prospects. Names like Miguel Vargas, Gavin Stone, and even Andy Pages have been floated as possible trade chips in a deal for Ramírez. The Dodgers have one of the deepest farm systems in baseball, and they could afford to make a move like this without gutting their future. But would the front office be willing to part ways with multiple top prospects to secure an established superstar? Another possibility being discussed is the Dodgers making a move for Rafael Devers from the Boston Red Sox. The Red Sox have been a team in flux, and while they did sign Devers to a long-term deal, there are always whispers about whether they would consider trading him for the right price. Devers would bring an elite left-handed power bat to an already stacked Dodgers lineup, and his ability to hit in big moments would make him a perfect fit for LA. Of course, there's also the possibility of a surprise move that no one sees coming. Dodgers president of baseball operations Andrew Friedman has been known to work behind the scenes and pull off deals that shock the entire league. Just look at last season when the Dodgers managed to acquire both Max Scherzer and Trey Turner in one blockbuster trade. Could something similar be in the works? But here's where things get really interesting. If the Dodgers do pull off this move, it could mean major lineup changes. Mookie Betts has already been transitioning to second base, but would this trade allow him to stay there permanently? Would Max Muncy shift to a DH role full-time? And what does this mean for some of the younger players on the roster who are fighting for playing time? There's also the financial side of this to consider. The Dodgers have already committed a massive amount of money this offseason, and adding another superstar contract would push them even further into luxury tax territory. However, if there's one thing we've learned about this front office, it's that they are willing to spend if it means bringing another championship to LA. One thing is for sure: if the Dodgers land an elite third baseman, it would send a strong message to the rest of the league that they are all in on winning another World Series. And it wouldn't just impact the Dodgers. A trade like this would have ripple effects across the entire National League. Teams like the Braves, Phillies, and Padres would be forced to respond, knowing that the road to the World Series just got even tougher. Another factor to consider is the impact this trade would have on the Dodgers' long-term plans. While they have several young prospects who could potentially develop into everyday players, bringing in a star third baseman would signal that the team is prioritizing winning now over waiting for development. Would this mean fewer opportunities for guys like Michael Busch or Miguel Vargas? Or could one of them be part of the trade package that brings a superstar to LA? Fans have been buzzing about this potential move, and opinions are divided. Some believe that adding an established superstar at third base is exactly what the Dodgers need to put them over the top. Others worry that trading away top prospects could hurt the team's long-term success. It's a tough balance, but if the Dodgers truly believe that a player like Ramírez or Devers is the missing piece, it's hard to argue against making the move. And let's not forget about the defensive impact. One of the biggest weaknesses in recent seasons has been inconsistent defense at third base. If the Dodgers acquire a natural third baseman, it would solidify the infield and improve their overall defensive efficiency. That could be the difference in a tight postseason series where every play matters. So, where do things stand right now? Reports suggest that the Dodgers are actively in discussions and weighing their options. Whether or not they pull the trigger on a deal remains to be seen, but with spring training in full swing and the regular season approaching fast, things could escalate quickly. If the Dodgers decide to make their move, it could happen at any moment. He can hit anywhere in the order, play Gold Glove level defense, and bring a competitive fire that fits perfectly with the Dodgers' winning mentality. But acquiring a player of Ramírez's caliber wouldn't be easy. The Guardians are known for being very selective in their trades, and they're not going to give up their star player without a serious return. That means the Dodgers would have to dip into their deep farm system and offer a package that includes some of their top prospects. Names like Miguel Vargas, Gavin Stone, and even Michael Busch have been floated as potential trade chips. The question is, would the Dodgers be willing to pay that price? Another intriguing name in trade discussions is Rafael Devers of the Boston Red Sox. The Red Sox have been in a state of transition, and while Devers signed a long-term extension, there have been rumblings that Boston might be open to moving him if the right offer comes along. Devers is an elite power hitter with a proven track record of success in the postseason. Imagine him hitting behind Shohei Ohtani and Freddie Freeman. That's a nightmare for opposing pitchers. But again, pulling off a trade for Devers wouldn't come cheap, and the Dodgers would have to be willing to part ways with some valuable assets. Make sure to stay tuned because we'll be bringing you all the latest updates as this story develops. If you don't want to miss a single piece of Dodgers news, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you're always in the loop. Big moves could be on the horizon, and you're going to want to be here when it happens. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.